Have you ever struggled with creating and managing tables in MS Word? If you've nodded your head in agreement, then you're in the right place. Tables in MS Word are incredibly versatile tools that can transform your work. They simplify data presentation and management, making it easy to organize, analyze, and communicate complex information. Whether you're a student compiling research data, a business professional presenting quarterly results, or an author laying out a book structure, tables can make a world of difference. But, like any tool, they can seem a little daunting until you know how to use them properly. That's where we come in. Over the course of this video, we'll guide you through the various aspects of working with tables in MS Word. We'll cover how to create them, modify them, and even use formulas within them. After watching this video, you will be able to create, modify, and use formulas in tables like a pro. Creating a table in MS Word is easier than you might think. Indeed, the process is straightforward and intuitive, designed to be user-friendly for all levels of tech savviness. So let's dive right in. To create a table, you need to go to the Insert tab on Word's ribbon. This is where you'll find the Table button. When you click on it, you'll see a grid that lets you visually determine the number of rows and columns for your table. So, if you want a table with 3 rows and 4 columns, just hover over the grid until you've highlighted that exact configuration. Then click. Voila! A table with your specified dimensions appears on your document. But what if you're not sure about the number of rows and columns you need? Don't worry, Word has got you covered. Just below the grid, there's an option that says Insert Table. Clicking on this will open a dialog box where you can manually enter the number of rows and columns. This method is particularly handy when you need a large table that goes beyond the grid scope. Now, when choosing the number of rows and columns, there are a few things to consider. Think about the data you'll be inputting. If it's a list with various categories, you might need several columns. If it's a timeline or a sequence of events, more rows could be beneficial. It's all about organizing your information in a way that makes sense to you and your readers. Another method to create a table is by drawing it. Back in the Table drop-down, there's a Draw Table option. This tool lets you sketch out your table, giving you complete control over its layout. You can create cells of different sizes, merge them, or even split them. It's a more flexible approach for those who prefer a hands-on method. And that's how you create a table in MS Word. Simple, right? It's all about exploring the options and finding what works best for you. So, go ahead and give it a try. You will be a table wizard in no time. Once you've created a table, you might want to modify it to better fit your needs. And that's what we will be focusing on in this segment. Let's start with how you can adjust the row and column size. It's quite simple. To change the size of a row, simply move your cursor to the edge of the row until it turns into a double-sided arrow. Then click and drag to adjust the row height. Similarly, to adjust the width of a column, move your cursor to the edge of the column until it turns into a double-sided arrow. Then click and drag to modify the column width. It's just as if you're stretching or shrinking a piece of cloth to fit perfectly. Now let's move on to changing the table style. MS Word offers a smorgasbord of table styles to choose from. You can find these by selecting your table and then clicking on the Table Design tab on the toolbar. Here, you'll find a wide array of styles in the Table Styles group. You can hover over each style to preview how it will look on your table before making a choice. It's like trying on different outfits for your table until you find the one that suits it best. Next, let's talk about adding or deleting rows and columns. To add a row, place your cursor where you want the new row to be, right-click, and then select Insert, followed by Insert Rows Above or Insert Rows Below. To add a column, the process is similar, but you select Insert Columns to the left or Insert Columns to the right. To delete a row or column, select it, right-click, and then choose Delete Rows or Delete Columns. It's almost like playing with building blocks, adding and removing pieces to create your desired structure. In essence, these tools provide you with the freedom to alter your table as you see fit, making it easier to present your data in a clear and organized manner. Customizing tables in MS Word is not a daunting task. It's rather a fun and easy process that allows you to be creative with your data display. So, modifying tables in MS Word is as easy as pie. Let's move on to the next level. Did you know you can use formulas in MS Word tables just like in Excel? Yes, that's right. MS Word tables aren't just for pretty layouts. They can perform calculations too. Let's dive into the world of formulas in MS Word tables. To start with, let's understand how to input formulas in tables. It's quite simple, really. Click on the cell where you want the result of your calculation to appear. Then, go to the Layout tab under Table Tools on the ribbon. Here, you'll find the Formula option. Clicking this will open a dialog box where you can type your formula. You can either write the formula manually or use the Paste function drop-down menu to select a formula. Now, let's talk about the Formula Library. This is a collection of predefined formulas that MS Word offers to make your life easier. The Formula Library includes functions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and more. It also includes common statistical functions such as sum, average, and count. To use a formula from the library, follow the same steps to open the formula dialog box. Then, instead of typing your formula, you can select it from the Paste function drop-down menu. For instance, if you want to find the sum of a column of numbers, you could select the sum function. Let's delve a little deeper into these common formulas. The sum formula, as the name suggests, adds up all the numbers in a specified range. The average formula calculates the mean of a set of numbers. The count formula, on the other hand, is used to count the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. To use these formulas, you need to specify the range of cells you want the formula to consider. For example, if you wanted to find the sum of numbers in the first 3 cells of a column, you would use the formula sum above, where above refers to the cells above the current one. But what if you update the numbers in your table? No worries. MS Word has got you covered. To update a formula, all you need to do is right-click on the cell containing the formula and select Update field. Your formula will automatically adjust to reflect the new values. Using formulas in tables not only saves time, but also minimizes errors. Isn't that amazing? With these simple steps, you can harness the power of formulas in your MS Word tables, making your work more efficient and accurate. So go ahead, give it a try, and see the magic for yourself. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We've taken a deep dive into the world of tables in MS Word, unraveling its potential as a powerful tool for organizing and presenting data. We've seen that tables are not just rows and columns, they are a canvas for creativity and precision. We began our journey by creating tables. Remember, it's as simple as clicking on the Insert tab, selecting Table, and choosing the number of rows and columns you need. You can even draw your own table if you're feeling a bit artistic. This feature is perfect for designing custom tables that suit your specific needs. Then we moved on to modifying tables. We learned how to adjust row heights and column widths, merge and split cells, and even add or delete rows and columns. The Layout tab under Table Tools is your best friend here. It's all about flexibility, isn't it? You can tailor your table to fit your data perfectly. The journey got a bit more mathematical as we delved into using formulas in tables. We discovered that MS Word isn't just about words. It has a knack for numbers too. We saw how to perform basic arithmetic operations right within our tables, making our data analysis that much easier. But it's important to remember that all of this, creating, modifying, using formulas, it's not a one-time thing. It's a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. The more you work with tables, the more comfortable you'll become. And soon, you'll find that tables in MS Word are not just a tool, but a companion in your data journey. So, what are you waiting for? The world of tables is at your fingertips. Dive right in, try out what you've learned, and don't be afraid to experiment. Remember, practice makes perfect. So go ahead and start creating, modifying, and using formulas in tables in MS Word. You'll be a pro in no time.